Holland America attracts a lot of seasoned travelers, people who have cruised before and know what they like. It's a quieter, more traditional, and slower pace, but slower isn't always better for everyone. Let's break down Holland America ship by ship and talk about who feels right at home and who feels bored. All right, so here's what we're doing today. I'm going to walk you through all 11 Holland America ships and rank them specifically for travelers like us, seniors, retirees, people who've earned the right to be comfortable. Now, I'm not just pulling these rankings out of thin air. I spent weeks going through passenger reviews, crew feedback, maintenance records, and the actual deck plans for every single ship. And I judged them all on the same 5 things. Number 1, how easy is it to get around? Walking distances, elevator access, promenade decks. If you need a walker or a cane, can you actually use it comfortably? 2, how quiet is your cabin? Because nothing ruins a cruise faster than a bass from a nightclub vibrating through your ceiling at midnight. Number 3, how fresh is the ship? Has it been recently renovated? Is it running on a prayer or on duct tape? Number 4, dining and daily comfort. Can you actually get a seat at the buffet? Can you carry your food without doing a balancing act? Number 5, does this ship have the stuff that matters to us? Things like solo cabins, enrichment programs, and real entertainment, not rock climbing walls. So let's get to it. We're starting from the bottom and working our way up. Coming in at number 11 is the Volendam. And look, I take no joy in putting any of these ships at the bottom. This is actually the ship hosting the 2026 Grand World Voyage, 133 days, 51 ports, celebrity chefs aboard. The itinerary is phenomenal. But here's the thing, the ship itself has some well-documented issues. Passengers have reported reoccurring plumbing problems, air conditionings that work when it wants to, and public spaces that are showing real wear. At 61,000 tons, she's small and intimate, which is wonderful, but intimate should not mean outdated. The other issue for anyone using a mobility scooter, the R-Class ships don't have elevator access down to the tender platform, and that means stairs. And that's a deal breaker for a lot of folks. If you're booking the Grand World Voyage for the itinerary and the culinary ambassadors like Chef Morimoto, I completely understand. Just go in with your eyes open about the hardware. At number 10 is the Zaandam, the Volendam sister ship. Same size, intimate size. Same beautiful classic feel, but here's the difference. The Zaandam just came out of a full 2-week dry dock in February of 2025. Brand new spa upgrades, a rebuilt thermal suite with an infrared sauna, a refurbished library, a new art studio, the modernized bathrooms and all. That renovation makes a huge difference. She's in significantly better shape than her sister. The reason she's still at number 10 is the same tender platform issue. No elevator access, and very few balcony cabins. If you want that quiet, old-school Holland America feel, and you're ready and steady on your feet, the Zaandam is a lovely little ship. Now we're moving into the Vista class, and this is where things start getting really good. The Oosterdam and the Noordam are around 82,000 tons. They have that beautiful, full wraparound teak promenade deck, the kind where you can actually do laps without dodging lounge chairs or retail kiosks. Flat, wide, safe surface, perfect for a morning walk. They've got the Tamarind restaurant for Asian fusion, a proper greenhouse spa, and the ship is just the right size. Big enough to have options, small enough that you're not exhausted getting from your cabin to dinner. So, why aren't they higher up? Simple. They haven't gotten the big renovations yet. Their sister ships, the Zuiderdam and Westerdam, just got some massive overhauls. The Noordam and the Oosterdam are still running on older bathrooms, older carpeting, and older soft goods. They're perfectly good ships, They're just not as fresh as the two above them. One note on the Oosterdam: some passengers have reported noise from cabins near the galley, so check your deck plan carefully. All right, here's where it gets interesting. The new Zaandam and Koningsdam are Pinnacle Class, Holland America's biggest, most modern ships, at about 100,000 tons. They are gorgeous. 5 specialty restaurants, B.B. King's Blues Club, the Rolling Stones Lounge, and the Koningsdam is debuting an exclusive Fosse and Verdun Broadway production in 2026. That's a big deal. So why aren't they in the top 5? 3 reasons that matter specifically to us. First, the walking distances. These are big ships. Getting from a forward cabin to an aft restaurant takes some real effort, and if you're doing that 3 times a day, it adds up. Second, the promenade deck is narrower than the older ships. If you use a walker or a wheelchair, passing someone else going the other direction can be tight. Third, the World Stage Theater is stunning. 270-degree LED screens, but it doesn't have enough seats for the passenger count, which means if you want a good spot, you're showing up 30 to 45 minutes early to guarantee it. And that can get old fast. They're fantastic ships for active, mobile seniors who want the most dining options and the newest entertainment. Just know the trade-offs. Coming in at number 5 is the Rotterdam. She's the newest ship in the entire fleet, built in 2021, so everything seems pristine. No maintenance issues, no worn carpets. The Half Moon Bar is beautiful, and the Grand Dutch Cafe is a great spot for quiet afternoon coffee. She has the same walking distance and narrow promenade trade-offs as her Pinnacle sisters, but she edges them out because of the hardware. 0 legacy issues. If you want modern and you're comfortable with covering some distance, the Rotterdam is excellent. One cabin tip, however, is avoid deck 1 midship. It sits directly below the music walk, and passengers report bass vibrations coming through the walls well past midnight. That's not a design flaw anyone tells you about when you're booking typically. Now we're in the top 4, and I'm genuinely excited about these two. The Zuiderdam and Westerdam are Vista class. Some great bones as the Noordam and Oosterdam, but they just received massive dry dock renovation. The Zuiderdam in late 2025, the Westerdam this year in January of 2026. We're talking completely rebuilt crow's nest lounges with new stages for live music and lectures. Hundreds of staterooms, got brand new bathroom infrastructure, new carpeting throughout, and here's the big one. They both got 11 brand new dedicated solo cabins. That's huge. If you're traveling on your own, whether by choice or by circumstance, you now have a proper cabin designed for one person, priced for one person. No single supplement penalty. They didn't exist on these ships before this. Plus, you still get that wide, full wraparound promenade deck, manageable distances, the Tamaran restaurant, and Zuiderdam is hosting a 35-day legendary voyage of the Vikings that puts you in the path of the August 2026 total solar eclipse off Iceland, with an astro scientist on board giving lectures. That's not a cruise, that's an experience. And taking the top 2 spots, the New Amsterdam and the Eurodam, the signature class. These are, in my assessment, the best Holland America ships for senior travelers in 2026, period. At 86,000 tons, they sit in this perfect sweet spot, big enough to have everything you want. The music walk, Tamarind, the greenhouse spa, multiple specialty dining options, but small enough that you never feel like you need a GPS to find a dining room. They have the wide, classic, full wraparound teak promenade, comfortable walking distances between all venues, great passenger to space ratios, which means you're not fighting for a chair at the pool or a table at lunch. And here's what really separates them. They completely avoid the 2 biggest problems in the fleet, in my opinion. They don't have the exhausting scale and narrow promenade of the Pinnacle Class, and they don't have the aging infrastructure headaches of the R Class. They're the Goldilocks ships. Everything is just right. Both ships were recently refreshed. Both are deployed on excellent 2026 itineraries, so if you're booking Holland America this year and comfort is your priority, definitely start here. Before I let you go, 3 quick tips that will save you a lot of frustration no matter which ships you pick. Tip number 1, book your cabin mid-ship, decks 5 or 6. You want passenger cabins above you and below you. That insulates you from noise. Stay away from anything directly under the pool deck, the buffet, or music venues. Tip number 2, look into Club Orange. It's $15 a day on longer voyages, $25 on shorter ones. You get priority boarding, priority tendering, a complimentary cabin upgrade with your category, and on the Pinnacle Class ships, access to a private restaurant. For us, that priority access alone is worth it. No more standing in long lines. And tip number 3, and this is my favorite, pack a small cafeteria tray in your luggage. I know that sounds ridiculous, but Holland America removed all the trays from the buffet a few years ago. And if you have any trouble carrying multiple plates, a 12-inch tray from IKEA or Amazon is an absolute game changer. Seasoned cruisers swear by it. Or just skip the buffet entirely and use the free 24-hour room service for breakfast. Problem solved.
Everything here is focused on helping seniors choose the travel that feels comfortable and is enjoyable, not exhausting or tiring. You can download the Senior Travel Guide anytime by scanning the QR code. Next week, we're breaking down Oceania Cruises and why it's one of the most misunderstood cruise lines for senior travelers. Thanks for joining me today, and until then, happy travels and bon voyage.